Hey, what's going on, world? It's Archie here. I'm here with Hilary, Pradia, and we over here in Tomball, and this is the church in the wild.
Broken, blistered, crooked, twisted in this world, but we are not of it. Misfits, I mean we're messed up from our heads to our toes. No one righteous, not one it shows. Look around the globe, our idolatry and pride produces fruit like sin farms. Lost in wickedness, we gave a holy God the stiff arm. But wait, the story goes on to our surprise. God wrapped in human skin came among us to reside. Perfect birth, perfect life, perfect death, crucified, rose victorious, broke chain links on our legs that had us tied. He loved us first, so we praise this Lord. He destroyed the destruction our sin had us destined for. So we share this everywhere, ain't no need for us to hide. Got a question, he's the answer. This is the church in the wild. We here, we here, we here, we here.
Alright, so like I said, I'm Archie. We over here in Tomball. We in this neighborhood, and we are about to head over to the Woodlands Mall. I'm rocking with Hilary, Pradia from Frontline Music, and we're about to head over to the Woodlands and hit some people up with the topic.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay, stop me, man.
Today we're gonna be talking to people about hip hop, right? Because the hip hop culture is so crazy. It has so many things, and we want to know what people think about hip hop, and does it discriminate against women? So that's what we're gonna be talking about today.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Let's do it.
About to head to the Woodlands. Bow.
Bow.
You see, before I went to bed last night, see, I was sitting on top of the world. Smiling with the world on my shoulder, but ain't nothing gonna steal my joy. Now that I'm free, I do what I can do, he do what I can't do. My life is so brand new. Now that I'm free, I got something to shout about, something to shout about, something to shout about.
Nothing like freedom, it's freedom in the Lord.
So I'm here with my friend Adam, and I wanted to know what he thought about this topic. So Adam, what do you think about hip hop degrading women, or does hip hop even degrade women? What do you think?
Yeah, it does degrade women in some form of fashion, depending on how it is, because hip hop has a little thing on sex sales.
So what do you think about it?
Well, I mean, I support hip hop, but at the same time on the aspect of showing money and shaking this and doing that stuff, I don't. Positive hip hop, yeah, positive hip hop, I can do that. Like Talib Kweli, Nas, and all them. But when it comes down to people like Wayne and the mother folks, then nah.
Yeah. How does hip hop make you feel when you listen to it?
I like listening to it. I don't think it makes me feel bad or anything.
Yeah, I like it. I think some of the lyrics are pretty powerful.
What about like rappers, like people like Wayne or Tiger?
Yeah, I like them.
You like them? So they don't make you feel funny or weird when you listen to
I
them?
love listening to the music.
Make me feel pretty powerful.
They make you feel powerful?
Yeah.
So I'm here with my friend, and I wanted to know, what does she think about hip hop? So do you think that hip hop degrades women?
It depends on the type of hip hop, like, you know, it depends on who, I guess, the rapper is, but not every single type can degrade women.
So what exact type are you talking about? Like what songs do you mean?
Like Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne.
And Lil Wayne?
No, you know, like that, the secular music. Like,
secular music.
Not all the time, but you can just, even if they don't, you know, sometimes the rappers say, oh, I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just for the rap game or whatever, but no, it still does. Like that type of music.
So I'm here with my friend Courtney, and I wanted to know, girl, do you think that hip hop music degrades women?
Yes, I do. It's like just disgusting. Really don't want to listen to it. And some women think it's cute.
Yeah. So what do you think that we should do to try to change, you know, what the rappers are talking about?
Basically, I don't think they'll ever change what they're talking about, because then the producers lose money, because that's what ignorant people want to hear. So it's really nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. Do you think that the rappers will ever stop, or do you think what rappers, you know, personally do offend you?
I don't think they'll ever stop. As much as they're making money off what they're saying, they're not going to stop. And rappers that offend me, oh gosh, I'd say Lil Wayne, Drake. Oh gosh, it's so many, because that's all they talk about.
Right, it's women. Yeah. Do you think that hip hop degrades women?
Yes.
It does? How do you think it does?
In a lot of music videos, it's has a lot of inappropriate material, like stripper poles and stuff, and it just degrades women because it's always talking about women doing inappropriate and sexually explicit material, and I just don't like it. I don't listen to it. It's just not nice, especially because I have like 3 sisters.
Yeah.
So I know the effects that it's had. I mean, guys saying stuff, like quoting stuff, and they just get offended.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of guys get that.
Not at all. So I'm here with Amanda, and I want to know, do you think that music in general degrades women?
I don't think music in general degrades women, but there are some, specifically ones that you might hear at homecoming that are like
different songs.
It depends on how you define degrading. But I can see how it could be offensive.
So what is your definition of degradation? I guess that's the word.
Something that lowers women to something less than their worth, I guess.
So what artists do you think that do that?
Maybe first thing that comes to mind is Lil Wayne.
Wayne is the first person.
Although
Hey, what's going on, world? It's Archie here, and I'm just going to give you guys the explanation for this week's topic. We were talking about if hip-hop music degrades women or if it doesn't, and just getting people's thoughts on it. And so before we dive into the scripture and kind of what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to read off of my phone about some notes that I wrote down. But before we get into that, we have to understand, I don't think that all hip-hop is degrading to women. If that was the case, then I wouldn't be a hip-hop artist. I don't believe that it all is bad and it all is damning or whatnot. Not even if it's not Christian. I don't think that if it's not Christian music, then that means it's all going to be degrading to women. That's not what I'm saying at all. So right off the bat, that's what I don't think that. And so, but as far as scripture and as far as the explanation, I'm going to be in Proverbs chapter number 18, verse number 20. And I'm just going to read it real quick. It's really short, and then I'm going to get to explaining. It says, "From the fruit of a man's mouth, his stomach is satisfied. He is satisfied by the yield of his lips. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." And so, in this portion of scripture, this is basically speaking that whenever our words are coming out of our mouth, whenever our tongues are speaking things, they're not just words. Our tongues actually have power, and not only power, but it has the power of life and death. It has the power to speak life into people, and it has the power to speak death into people, just based off of what we say off of our tip of our tongues. And that's not just in speaking, that's also in referring to musicians and artists as they rap or as they sing. The things that they rap or they sing about coming off their tongues has the ability to produce life and to produce death. I believe that a huge portion of hip-hop music is degrading to women. I believe that a huge portion of the rappers that rap, they are speaking death into the lives of our women. And this is why I say that. If I said half of that stuff to you face to face, many girls, if not all girls, would allow their hood ratchet side to come out. They'd be ready to fight. But why is it when it's over a beat, we tend to accept it? And not only accept it, we promote it, we push it, we support it. Some people say it's just music, it's just fun, it doesn't mean anything. I get that a lot. A lot of people come to me and they say, it's just music. But I'm going to bring it home for a second and see if it's still just music if you think about it this way. What if, rather than it being so vague and speaking towards all women, it was pinpointed and speaking specifically and straight to you and your family? Would it still be just music? If rather than it saying like I had her or she or girl or woman, it was specifically saying your name or your mother's name or your sister's name, what if it was doing that? Would it still be just music? Now, if you answer no, it wouldn't still be music because they're talking about me, then that means that you're holding a double standard based on it being vague to all women or it being pinpointed to you and your family. So you're holding a double standard. But if you answered yes, it's still just music, then somewhere in your mind you can't with a clear conscience say that you're not lying to yourself. Because the case and the fact is, if anybody approached you or your sister or your mom or your family in that way, speaking those things straight out like that, you can't say that you would not be hurt, or that you would not be offended, or that you would not feel degraded. That's the example that kind of kills It's Just Music. It's speaking a message, connecting with the mind of a person and telling them a certain thing. This is very evident when we look at the self-worth and the insecurity that many of our young ladies struggle with nowadays. You have some 26-year-old little boy on a song speaking things that he won't even let his daughter listen to, talking about things that our girls soak up and find themselves with a self-worth that is below rock bottom. And in turn, to hide, in the girls, to hide their pain, because they don't want anyone to know they're struggling. They accept these songs, they accept these things. They have sex young because they think that it'll make that little boy with no facial hair, that can't even remember to flush the toilet, accept him, accept her. Because why? That's what the songs are saying that little boys want. That's what the songs are saying that guys want. And as girls that desire affection, girls naturally desire affection, they desire affirmation. It's a good thing that they do. But what happens is they desire that, and with a combination of that being placed in the wrong way, and many girls not having father figures that can lead them and show them what true love and acceptance looks like, what they do is they do anything that society or that something tells them that they need to do in order to get that love and affection. Big popular way that they get it, songs, rappers. Rappers are speaking, and the girls and the guys too are soaking it up because that's what they're hearing most of the time. And the crazy thing is, there are men and women Christians that listen to and support this degrading music that has a huge effect on the state that our young girls are growing up into. It has such a huge effect, and until we see that, the enemy will continue to work in music. We have to move past thinking that it's just music and understand that it has an effect on the lives of us as people, and this music that is degrading to women is so real. It's real, and it does have an effect on our women. The last thing I'm going to say is we are called as Christians. If you're a Christian listening to this, we're called to be set apart, potent like salt. Yet sometimes we are Christians that are more like chameleons. We blend in. We want everything. We want to be in the world and of the world. Whenever Scripture calls us to be in the world, but not of the world. And so that's my thoughts on does hip hop music degrade women? Like I said, I don't think it all does. Even if it's not Christian. I know some non-Christian hip hop that does not degrade women. But I know that there's a large scale of hip hop music that degrades women. And we can't just continue on in this as consumers and as Christians, soaking it up and allowing it to just have a huge effect on the young ladies in our lives. So I'm Archie. This is The Church in the Wild.
Trying to take them back to school, tell you what we gonna do, to the roof off the building.
حقيقات خلاقيات نيكي زندگی اینه حقیقت خلاقیات نيكي.
Yeah, it's the beginning of an era. High socks spitting that new age. A birthday for the wordplay. Piece of cake, easy. While the industry craft singles, cheesy. We making that music.